This is Madden 19. I'm the coach. You're locked into the NFL on EA Sports. Straight ahead, back under center, Ryan Tannehill and the Miami Dolphins go head-to-head against Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers. I'll be back with you again with scores around the league at halftime. But kickoff right around the corner. And standing by to call the action, here are Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
And we come to you from one of the truly iconic stadiums in the NFL as you get a look at Lambeau Field here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. We all know this community lives for its Packers, and the green and gold came out of the tunnel a short time ago, and it was loud. We are ready for football, so are they, as the Packers get set to match up with the Miami Dolphins. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Packer team as we enter play here. They come in playing pretty good football. Winners of 4 of their last 6 games.
And they looked awfully good last week and came away with a 2-touchdown victory. They did have a few reasons for concern defensively, but all in all, they'll take a repeat here if they could get it.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Dolphins, they were losers their last time out. They're going to try to get back in the win column, but obviously they're going to have to do that in a hostile environment.
And sometimes it actually works to your advantage. Now you've got to band together your team, the us against the world mentality. Let's see if they can use it and get a victory.
Jakeem Grant now to return. Now a play fake here on first down. Well, he's going to take a shot right away. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. A big play there on the first play of the game. 53 yards.
Tell the truth, partner. You didn't think he was coming down with that one, did you? Come on, tell me the truth.
No, I didn't. I'll tell you what, though. A one-handed grab of that length. Talk about giving your team a little juice.
Oh, big time. I mean, everyone's going to be excited about that one, whether you're on the field or not. It permeates its way through the entire team, and I can't wait to see what they do on the next down. Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score, you give yourself the best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
We'll take a look at the starters here defensively for the Packers. They were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
Have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw. They ended up getting 4 sacks in the game, stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire time, made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield.
And that's what they told us this week, that pressure on the QB is key. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this again?
Encroachment defense.
So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the
Still
football.
3rd down.
Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
They only need a yard here. 3rd down and 1 after the penalty. From the gun, here's Tannehill. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Devontae Parker, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins are going to take a first-quarter lead. Well, it was 3rd and 1. I was expecting run, so much for that. They pass it, they score it.
That had the feel of the head coach telling the offensive coordinator, you've got 4 downs here. We're going to go for it on 4th down unless there's a disaster on 3rd. Go ahead and take a shot if you want to. And he gratefully accepted the opportunity and did exactly that. If they didn't get it there, that had to feel that they would come back and try it on 4th down.
So here comes the Packers offense now onto the field. They'll be led out by the former Cal Bear, Aaron Rodgers.
And he is hot, hot, hot. Yeah, okay, so there's a blemish in there, right? He did throw 1 interception in the last game.
But 5 touchdown passes.
Okay, that's the offset you want.
I say bench him. 5 touchdowns, 1 interception.
You are tough, Coach. I thought the ratio was if you got to 3 to 1, your quarterback was operating at peak efficiency. 5 to 1.
And a win.
And a win? Yeah, just let him keep throwing it.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd down, here's Rodgers. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Rodgers finding Adams for a Packer first. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up a touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. So a look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. They tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well, and stocked your team just the way you're supposed to.
Now to get this complete to the Notre Dame man, Equanimous St. Brown. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. See some heads shaking on that defensive sideline because so much focus on taking away what he did last week as NFC Offensive Player of the Week. Big game there for him to start.
I love your observation because you would think they'd be prepared for him after what he did the previous week. But sometimes that skill set actually intimidates a defense, and he used it to his great advantage.
And he'll slice his way down to the 30 with a pickup of 7.
Well, that run right there was an offensive line coach's dream, wasn't it? Guys picked up all of their assignments, created a nice gap for the running back to get through, pick up 7 yards. Yeah, he's probably chortling on the headset right now saying, we got it going, boys. Let's keep it going.
Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
Brandon, lest my eyes deceive me, I think they found a matchup that they're trying to exploit here, don't you? I mean, that's the second time they've gone to him here on this drive.
Yeah, opening drive. It's a tone setter, right? I think they're going to be looking his way a lot.
Yeah, and I think that the way things are going right now, they like him as a featured receiver. Let's see what kind of adjustments the defense is going to make to try and take that away.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line.
Offside, defense.
And obviously they want that run yardage, so they decline the penalty.
No doubt about it. Smart on their part. They finished off the play. But if you're going to jump, if you're going to commit a penalty, it's your job to finish off the play so you don't give up big gains like that.
Hey, check 26.
Now Rodgers. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Randall Cobb with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Packers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. That's one of those long drives where not only do you score, but you really tire out the defense, too.
That's a great point because now they've been on the field for a long time. Them going to the bench, trying to make adjustments, trying to figure things out, but they'll do so fatigued.
Crosby connects on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. The return man is Grant. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
And now whistles and a flag. And I think we got a jump here.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
A boost here to start the drive. After the penalty, it's 1st and 5. Draw play. Tannehill gives to Drake. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. A check on the numbers for Kenyon Drake last week. 14 carries, 58 yards.
And, partner, I thought it was a lot of fun for us to be able to sit in on their film session with the offensive line. We saw how they blocked it up last week to pretty good success, and we see what their game plan is for this week. They expect that defensive front to be someone they can move.
They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
While we know that the identity of this offense is to throw the ball, they've got to run it every so often, if for no other reason than to tamp down the pass rush. They can't let them just tee off and get to their quarterback.
Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. And it's caught by Parker. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Tannehill with a hook up to Parker for the Dolphin first.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass in the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the 1st down. You kind of just feel a laser blitz coming, and down he goes.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
On 2nd down, it's Drake. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. They do, however, have a tough 3rd and long coming up. Now a play fake, and it's Tannehill. Incomplete. He had his hands on it, but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
12 yards on the return that time. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. Aaron Rodgers, he's getting ready to go again here on offense. And he had the touchdown on the last drive, also 4 for 4. Very, very effective. What does he need to do to translate that forward into this drive?
Not think that what he saw in coverages last time is exactly what he's going to get again. He's got to play ahead and start thinking to himself, okay.
He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. Touchdown, Packers. Devontae Adams with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Packers are able to strike quickly for 6. And that was just 4 verticals. They were going for a big play, and it resulted in a big play.
And you know why that's so difficult to cover? Because you can throw the ball to any one of those 4 vertical receivers at any point in the pattern. Wherever they're open, just get them the ball and then let them run after it.
And he runs it all the way in for a touchdown. Now Crosby for the point after. Crosby with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. And they're able to get the connection on the long touchdown pass, and that's one of the easiest drive summaries you'll ever see. 1 play, touchdown. Crosby on now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not pump it.
Under pressure, and he's going to go down. Tannehill sacked.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Here's Tannehill now on second down. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Tannehill. And this is going to be incomplete.
But no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Marching back onto the field now, Devontae Adams and company getting set to go. He's doing what he's capable of, having a solid game. Not the most amazing game. He's not over 100 yards, but a good game so far.
And you just know that mentally he feels like he's one catch away from turning it into a great game and starting on that road. And the defenders are well aware of that, too. They've got to figure out a way to not let that escalate. Keep him right in this zone here and call it a day, because otherwise he can really decimate them.
Better believe they are well aware of his playmaking ability. Rodgers will bring him up to the line, 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game.
Go to 50. Hey, you block over here.
Here's Rodgers to throw. Open man right side is St. Brown. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again. That opening drive rhythm continues right into play number 3.
Whatever they decided that they wanted to run before the game, it's working pretty well for them right now. Moving the ball downfield at a nice rate. And guess what? I think the chain crew might have to get a little oxygen over there. They have to keep moving downfield with 1st downs on each play.
Now Jones. And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
And, Brandon, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
One back in the game. That's Jones, 2nd and goal.
So, hey, let's go. Come on. Box it. You reset. Hey, easy.
They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
I have to laugh a little bit because he actually handed it off. I thought with the 2 touchdown passes he's thrown in this one already, he'd go ahead and fling and try and get a 3rd one.
Yeah, now from this spot on 3rd down, I think he'd probably throw it here.
Yeah, I don't think there's any.
That is caught by Cobb. And it's a Packer touchdown. Aaron Rodgers, 3 first-half touchdown passes. And the Packers add 6 to their lead. He's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Extra point up and good by Crosby. And it's now 21-7. Crosby on now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the Dolphins getting set to go here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Drake off the give from Tannehill. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 13 on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Maybe a free play here for Tannehill. And they drop him for a loss, but penalty markers are on the field. Let's see about the call.
Offside. Defense.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Offside. Defense.
And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here. Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Tannehill hands to Drake. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. And just a yard on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 4.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far. And after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Now on 2nd down, this is Gore. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And just like that, it's 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. The dump off here for Gore. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. Here's Matt Hawk now as he's on to punt for Miami. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to Lambeau following these words. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Getting set to go again on the offensive side, Randall Cobb works his way back onto the field. He has certainly made the most of his catches so far, both of them going for touchdowns here in half number 1.
And we've never met a team that doesn't talk about getting off to a fast start and featuring guys that they want to have the ball early. We're seeing both of those come into play here. Off to an incredible start. Got their feature guy going, and now everyone else should have opportunities.
And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. Rodgers now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Forced out to his left. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he is out of bounds, just a yard or two shy of the 30. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the 1st down.
Here's Rodgers. Over the middle, complete. It's Adams. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well. Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. And oh, it'll be intercepted. The rookie Minka Fitzpatrick with a pick. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. After the interception, here's Tannehill. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Out of the gun, Tannehill. And over the middle, this is Parker. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. The Dolphins on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. On the handoff, it's Gore. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. As they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And now following that timeout, the defense back out onto the field. Here's Matt Hawk now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now Aaron Rodgers and the offense heading back onto the field. He does have the 1 interception, Charles, but I think that's been more than offset by the 3 first-half touchdown passes.
I would agree with you. There is a blemish, but when you've thrown 3 touchdown passes to try and erase it, That's a little bit better than the ratio that all NFL coaches are seeking from their quarterbacks, and he's giving it to them.
They'll take the 3-1.
Every single time.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. To throw, it's Rodgers. Flushed out right. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He's got his target. It's Cobb. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. A good pickup there at 22. Now Rodgers, a free play. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Offside. Defense.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah,
Still first down.
offside, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt. And Crosby puts it through. So we're at halftime here at Lambeau with the Packers taking the lead to the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you two in a minute, but first, let's take a spin around the NFL and see what's going on here in week number 10. We'll start with two teams that have been division rivals since 1933. It's Chicago playing host to Detroit. And as they approach halftime, it's the Bears who are out in front. Allen Robinson, a touchdown reception. From there, we head down south to Tampa to check on the Bucs at home at Raymond James Stadium. And it's the visiting Washington Redskins who have the lead in that one. Alex Smith, a touchdown pass. Finally, we head to the shores of Lake Erie. See what's going on with the Cleveland Browns. And they've got the lead in that one over the visiting Atlanta Falcons. Duke Johnson has found the end zone there. In our game has been Aaron Rodgers, who was on target in the first half. He's thrown for over 200 yards already, and his guys have the lead as well. As we get you back to Brandon Gaudin.
And it's a short kick, taken right around the 19. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Around the NFL, second quarter in Chicago. It's the Lions that have grabbed the early lead. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at about the 32.
Yeah, Liz. Oko over here. 319.
The second half starts with a carry by Jones. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Now Jones, and able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Rodgers to throw on 3rd and 1. He can run for it, and he will. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. A gritty play there. Put his nose down and got his guys a first.
Someone knew exactly where he needed to get to pick up that first down now. I'm not so sure about the technique in getting there, but he went for it, and he got it.
Exactly. He knew where he needed to get, because remember, if he slides, when that derriere dips, if you will, that play's over.
The derriere dips, I like that one.
Yeah, been working on it for a little bit. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Holding offense.
So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
After the penalty, it's Jones. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 4 yards on the pickup. It'll be second down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Get reset. Hey, easy. Zip. Banjo.
Again, it's Jones. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there. So from 2nd and 13, they're back to a more manageable 3rd and 8.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now.
Hey, check 26. Get up.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Adams. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. Rodgers now 15 out of 17 through the air, only 2 incompletions. It's first down.
319.
A give to Jones. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
And that run was memorable for only one reason. There's absolutely no place to run with the football. No gaps, no creases, no gain.
Hey, check 26. Hey, check 26.
Rodgers to throw on second down. And that'll be incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. And that'll make it third down. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
Here's Rodgers on third down, escaping the pressure right. It's caught outright by Graham. They do get 9, but it leads to fourth down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Rodgers to throw for it on fourth. And that's hauled in by St. Brown over the middle. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first.
Well, the field goal attempt was well in hand. They had that, but they decided to go for it anyway. Extreme confidence, it looks like.
Yeah, but I bet the defense is going to remember this one, right? They kind of rubbed their nose in it. Rodgers now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Rodgers to throw once more. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. 4 touchdown passes now for Aaron Rodgers. And the Packers add on to their lead.
You have fun with this one, partner.
catch under center.
We always talk about, getting to the next level, right? When we see people get into the zone, this guy's in the master class right now. What a performance he's putting on, just carving them up.
4 touchdown passes. Carving him up is right. Seems like everything he throws is going to be a completion and going in the end zone. Crosby connects on the extra point, and the lead is now 24. So that drive, 12 plays in length, and it ends with a Packers touchdown. Crosby on now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Now a first down throw, Tannehill. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
And he'll get this up only to about the 33.
Offside, defense.
And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here. Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he showcases the spin. A pretty good gain before he's taken down. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaken up on the play. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Back to the ground, this time with Gore. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Only a gain of a yard there, but it indeed gets him a new set of downs.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Gore again here on first down. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping.
Encroachment, defense.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
Still 2nd down.
And the ball moved up here now to 2nd and 7 following the penalty. They'll try the air now with Tannehill. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. 18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, did a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch.
We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line's just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you've got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe you keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the pass blocking. But you've got to help them get some confidence because you can't abandon the play calling right now.
And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
The Dolphins on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Lambeau. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. The Dolphins on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Here's Tannehill. And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first, but at least it's 4th down. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
And not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. They could get it done, but guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the 4th. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Tannehill now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Tannehill. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Encroachment, defense.
So that one will be accepted. After the encroachment penalty, here's 2nd and 5. Throwing again is Tannehill. That is caught at the 7-yard line. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a 1st down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Again, Tannehill. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against?
Encroachment, defense.
And the movement there coming from the middle of the line.
And you understand he wants to get off the ball quickly, but the ball's right in front of him. He has to watch it move first.
Here's another 2nd and goal, this time from half the distance closer. Following the penalty, it's Gore. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Mike Gesicki, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are able to draw a bit closer.
Brandon, would you say they went from agony to elation in just a few quick seconds on that play?
Probably thought they were about to give it up in the red zone and then touchdown.
Yeah, there is absolutely no way that they drew it up and said this is the way it's supposed to be done. It just happened.
But the end will justify the means. They'll try and run it with Gore. And he's going to go down right at the line of scrimmage. The defense left him with nowhere to go, and the try for two is denied. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets him to the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Two former All-Pros connecting. Rodgers fighting his tight end Graham. Packer first down. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Hey, 17, George. Watch 17. Get reset. Hey, easy.
The give is to Jones. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
They'll go again to Jones. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. 7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here, stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, no matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it. They've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
Give them 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. And looking to put this game on ice in the fourth quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down fourth quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it out. And we've got them now.
They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Here's a give to Jones running left. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. They'll run it with Jones. Now Jones is hit. He lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. On third down, here's Jones. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a fourth down.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
And Crosby puts it through, and that will stretch the lead up to 3 touchdowns now. It's a 21-point game. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
After the made field goal, now Crosby will do the kickoff duties. Here comes Grant on the return. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. And out come the Dolphins now. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here. We'll do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. To throw on second down is Tannehill. Packer pressure, and down he goes.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Throwing on third down, Tannehill. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Out comes Devontae Adams in the offense for their next drive. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it?
Right.
Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Jones. And he'll take this one only up to about the 21. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on third and a tough 9. And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for Green Bay, they pick up win number 7 on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for Miami, they're going the wrong way as this will drop them to 3-7 now on the year. And they'll get a late bye next week, which might be coming at the right time. And they'll be back in action in Week 12. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.